everyone, Linda Israel here, and I have a Traveler's Notebook Junk Journal. I use some Canvas Corp Brands papers. These are cardstock, and then I use some Calico Collage images. The tie is loose. It is just kind of woven through the binding, so it can be removed if you have a cover that you want to put this in to use until you're done with it, and then you can tie it back up with this lace trim. On the cover it says open your eyes to the beauty around you, and it has some washi tape, and I've sewed, and a page out of an old book was used on the cover. On the inside I've got some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists that were sprayed, more of the Canvas Corp Brands paper, and this is a stamp from Brutus, Monroe. The piece of paper here is one of these punch cards for old computer systems, and I happen to have a whole stack of those, so I thought I would use them. I went ahead and decided that on these little Calico Collage images I wanted to be able to write on the back, so I've used some washi tapes and sewing on top of a old book page that I have painted, and added some glimmer mists, and I've also added some tissue paper too, so it's got some neat texture to it. These two pages here were out of another Traveler's Notebook that I purchased, and I just thought it was something of a different contrast and could be used to help with dreaming and travel plans. This is another image out of Calico Collage. This page is wallpaper. I happened to find a whole stash of wallpaper samples in my studio, so I thought I would use those in here. And then this is a die cut out of just cardstock. Here is another one of those punch cards, but this time I have added some paint and glimmer mists and another piece of wallpaper that I die cut in an old book page. And it is inside this bag, and the bag is actually a popcorn bag, and I have a bunch of these that I think I may make up into kits to sell. So there's a pocket here, and then I didn't sew it all the way down. There's another card right behind that bag, so you've got a couple little spots to add things. Could add photos on the front. I did some stamping and glimmer mists on this page. Another one of the Canvas Corp pieces of cardstock. Another one of Calico Collage Natures Glory is the images that I'm using there. Here I had a little notepad of paper, and these are the punch cards, and I just used a bit of the paper that I painted, a piece of fabric, and a book page torn, and that is in here. I also made some little lavender sachets. It smells so good, so that is in here. Here's another one of the popcorn bags. This time I put it a long ways inside the journal, and inside there's a little card that says Life is Art, and that is from Brutus, Monroe. Some grid paper. Another card that is a scrap from Canvas Corp. This was wallpaper that I die cut. Again, just some samples of wallpaper. This page is part of my spray box. Whenever I spray things with glimmer mist, I have a piece of paper underneath that I save and use for later projects. So here's a couple of tuck spots here. I've sewed around the edge. This is a coloring book page. I just thought that just gives something different as far as what is unusual and fun in the journal. Here's another one of Calico Collage's images here on Canvas Corp Brands cardstock. I made pockets on the other side, and these were scraps that were left over. And then here is some paper and fabric. This was a fabric scrap that I do a lot of sewing, and I happen to have some left over. This page was painted with some acrylic paint and a little bit of some gesso, and then I've added the Canvas Corp pieces at the top. I also punched these butterflies out of paper, and then I used some washi tape up here and at the bottom of this card. Another one of the journaling tags. Here's a little paper clip that I made to hold this little note card, notepad. So these have 3 sheets of paper, so every time you see one of those, there's 3 sheets of paper there. The other side of the coloring book. This butterfly is from Calico Collage. I made a little pocket out of this Be Brave and put in some graph paper. And the back side of that Tattered Angels sprayed paper. Here's the other side of that popcorn bag, and I've got a little note card that has some paper on it. Here's another one of the journaling cards I made out of the old computer punch card. Got a little butterfly there. A life without dreams would be just a life. I thought that was a good stamp to put in there. And then here is the other side of the wallpaper, and then a scrap of the coloring book, the other side of the travel ideas and plans. This is wallpaper that has been die cut. I just love how this texture and paint looks. Another flip out of the Nature's Glory. And then this is the last page, which I have stamped with my information in the back. There are 13 sheets in this journal, and I think that makes it a nice size to write in and play with. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to comment below, and I will have it available on my shop. So if you want to check out the link to my shop, you can do that as well. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and have a fabulous day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.